Get ready for explosive NBA news. Draymond Green's contract dilemma is heating up, with two major routes he's considering this offseason. Will he opt in, opt out, or extend? We've got the inside scoop on what it all means for the Warriors and for Green himself. Then, we're tackling the future of the Golden State Warriors dynasty. With Steph Curry aging and injuries mounting, is it time for a radical shift in strategy? We break down why the Warriors' offseason plans might not be what fans expect, and what path forward makes the most sense for long-term success. But it's not just about team strategy. We're diving into the minds of the greats, exploring how even superstars like Stephen Curry deal with nerves in high-pressure moments. Hear from other top athletes and coaches on conquering clutch-time anxiety. And finally, get your game face on for Warriors versus Spurs. We're breaking down the key player props, spotlighting rising stars like Stephon Castle and Victor Wembanyama, and giving you the inside edge on who to watch. Don't miss it. Subscribe and hit that bell.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Draymond Green's contract crossroads, what's next? The veteran forward is at a pivotal point in his career, facing a crucial offseason decision regarding his contract. After a challenging season, Draymond Green has a player option worth $27.7 million for the upcoming season. However, he's indicated that he's considering multiple paths forward, aiming for a deal that extends his career beyond the current contract. Speaking with ESPN, Green and his agent, Rich Paul, had a brief but significant discussion about his options. He revealed two primary routes, either opting out to pursue a longer-term deal or opting in and then seeking an extension. Green emphasized his earned right to be in this position, stating he won't misuse or abuse this opportunity, drawing on his 14-year career as proof of his responsible approach. According to reporting from Anthony Slater, the option to simply opt out and test unrestricted free agency is not what teams or league sources are predicting. The expectation leans towards Green either opting into his current deal, which would make him a valuable $27.6 million expiring contract that the Warriors could potentially trade, or negotiating a multi-year extension that starts at a lower annual salary. This latter scenario would signal a stronger likelihood of him finishing his career with the Warriors. It's worth noting the slight discrepancy between Green's statement and Slater's report regarding the opt-in scenario. Green suggested opting in and extending, while Slater indicated opting in could lead to an expiring deal. The latter seems more probable. Green secured his current $27.7 million player option by agreeing to a discounted 4-year deal before the 2023-24 season. While this season has seen him perform below his usual value for that salary, if he opts in, he has every right to. The Warriors, however, will likely aim to reduce that figure, potentially by offering a multi-year deal that lowers the 2026-27 salary while guaranteeing him more overall money, such as a 2-year, $36 million contract. This would reduce his salary for the upcoming season to $18 million, but guarantee him $36 million through 2027-28. This contrasts with opting in at $27.7 million and then entering free agency in 2027, hoping to secure at least $8.3 million for the 2027-28 season. The primary incentive for Green to accept a lower salary in 2026-27 would be to provide the Warriors with greater cap flexibility to enhance the roster, potentially allowing access to the non-taxpayer mid-level exception, which could be used for a player like LeBron James. Given Green's history, including taking less money to facilitate the Kevin Durant acquisition, he might be open to such a move. Factors like Steve Kerr's expiring contract and Stephen Curry's contract situation through 2026-27 add further complexity, making predictions difficult. Will Draymond Green secure his long-term future or create flexibility for the Warriors? Next, we explore the surprising reality of the Warriors' offseason strategy, focusing on Steph Curry's legacy and the dynasty's potential end. Warriors Dynasty Crossroads, rethinking the offseason. With Steph Curry nearing the twilight of his career and facing injury concerns, the Golden State Warriors are at a critical juncture. Fans may not want to hear it, but the glory days are inevitably winding down. Admitting this reality now could be more beneficial in the long run. The best course of action for the Warriors this summer might be to prioritize future success over immediate, win-now moves that could compromise long-term prospects. Pursuing a blockbuster trade for a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo seems unlikely, which might actually be a good thing. A one-year deal for LeBron James could be a win-now move, but it shouldn't come at the expense of developing young talent or sacrificing future assets. While the Warriors' dynasty has defied expectations before, with Curry missing significant time this season and an aging core, the front office, led by Mike Dunleavy Jr., must shift focus. Instead of tunnel vision on next year, a youth and asset-focused approach is the most strategic path forward. 4 championships in a decade is a remarkable achievement, and it's time for the organization to acknowledge the end of an era and plan for the post-Steph Curry landscape. Can the Warriors navigate this transition without sacrificing their future? Up next, we uncover the surprising truth about how even NBA legends like Stephen Curry battle nerves on the court. You won't believe their coping mechanisms. The nerves of greatness, how superstars like Steph Curry cope. Even at the highest level of professional sports, nerves are a reality. Stephen Curry recently revealed that before sinking 2 crucial free throws to seal a win, he consciously smiled to manage his anxiety. This admission, even 17 years into his career, resonates with many. "That's more mental warfare for me to just enjoy the moment," Curry explained. "I don't care how many free throws you've made. When you need 2 of them, you do get nervous. So the smile is more to kind of embrace the moment and enjoy it instead of overthinking or worrying about mechanics." This openness about his struggles provides comfort to other athletes, highlighting that even the best face challenges. In recent years, the dialogue around mental health in sports has become more open, with athletes increasingly willing to discuss their anxieties. Los Angeles Dodgers manager Dave Roberts noted that such admissions are telling, acknowledging an innate fear in people to fail in big spots. Roberts believes preparedness is key, allowing athletes to mitigate fear. Chicago Bulls coach Billy Donovan uses player discussions to highlight that a free throw in the first quarter carries the same mechanics as one in the final second, emphasizing focus on routine. Mental performance coach Graham Betchart suggests reframing pressure as joy, describing how elite athletes experience intense physical reactions, but view them as excitement for the game. Hall of Famer Jason Kidd also recognizes the humanity in these feelings, stating, "There are feelings and emotions, but I don't know if he gets nervous. Free throws are like layups for him, but it's also great that he is open to sharing that about his feelings." Athletes like D'Anthony Melton practice consistently to build rhythm, while coaches like Doc Rivers admit to nerves in drawing up plays. Pitcher Luis Severino and shortstop Willie Adams also shared their experiences, emphasizing the importance of embracing nerves as a natural part of performance and leaning into vulnerability. Betchart concludes that this open discussion about fear helps others learn coping strategies, likening it to how Army members embrace fear as part of the job. From mental game to game day, we're breaking down the Warriors versus Spurs matchup. Get ready for player props and underdog picks you won't want to miss. Warriors versus Spurs, Underdog Fantasy player props to watch. The Golden State Warriors are set to face the San Antonio Spurs in a matchup ripe with betting opportunities on Underdog Fantasy. Spurs guard Stephon Castle has been a consistent performer, particularly in rebounds and assists. In his last 5 games, he's exceeded his 12.5 rebounds plus assists line 4 times, a trend likely to continue against the Warriors, having hit this mark in 2 out of 3 previous matchups this season, including 1 game with 10 rebounds and 10 assists. Victor Wembanyama, the Spurs' emerging star center, has been on a scoring tier, exceeding his 25.5-point prop line in his last 4 games, including a 41-point performance against the Bulls. His success against the Warriors this season further solidifies his overpoint prop as a strong pick. On the Warriors' side, rookie wing Will Richard might struggle against the Spurs' defense, which allows the 8th fewest points per game in the league. Richard has scored 10 or more points only once in his last 4 games, facing a Spurs team that has recently tightened its defense even further. Draymond Green could also see his rebounding numbers limited by the Spurs' strong interior presence, particularly Wembanyama. Green has recorded fewer than 6 rebounds in his last 3 games, and the Spurs allow the 9th fewest rebounds per game in the NBA, especially in their last 3 contests. Finally, Spurs wing Devin Vassell is a strong candidate for over 3 made three-pointers. While the Warriors generally limit opponent three-pointers, they've allowed the second highest average in their last 3 games, making Vassell's recent success with 4 or more threes a promising bet. These prop bets could make you a winner, but what else is happening in the NBA world? Stay tuned for our rapid-fire recap, and don't forget to subscribe. That's all for today's NBA breakdown. We covered Draymond Green's contract decisions, the Warriors' dynasty future, how stars battle nerves, and key player props for Warriors versus Spurs. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to news for more daily updates, hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment, and drop a comment with your thoughts. Follow us on social media for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time.